a big news coming from Italy as Lorenzo Pellegrini is likely to be moving to Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp see him as a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum, who joined PSG on a free transfer last week. Do you see this as a good move?
He's obviously been injured and is out of the early squad for right now. But then, having been linked with Liverpool, news reports are also coming in that he's also been offered a place in the Barcelona squad. So it's a tough one to choose between Liverpool and Barcelona. So I was watching ESPN FC, and I'm not sure which host, but they pointed out that players like Wijnaldum are choosing now PSG over the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona, which is kind of unheard of. They're spending money left, right, and center, and what offers they're putting forward, no other teams are able to compete with that. So the actual attraction towards the Catalan Giants and the Madrid Giants is slowly beginning to wane off. So it's going to be a tough one to predict where Pellegrini ends up. He might end up staying in Rome because you've got Mourinho coming in, and him talking to him one-on-one might change his mind altogether. But right now, I feel like they should leave everything out of their mind and focus on the Euros, because if you're able to put in a good performance, then the offer that all these clubs are going to give to you is going to be on a completely different level. Do you prefer Pellegrini in Roma, Liverpool, or Barcelona? Where do you see him ending up at the start of the season?
We look at Wijnaldum's role at Liverpool. He's the one who leads the press in midfield. He charges at the ball. He was the catalyst in the 4-0 win against Barcelona in Champions League at Anfield. And he's the kind of midfielder you bring on to raise the intensity of the game. And Lorenzo Pellegrini, with his contribution of 11 goals and 9 assists last season with Roma, I think he fits into a similar profile. Obviously, he's a much better player than Wijnaldum because he controls the midfield much better. He can change the tempo of the game at any minute. So at 24-year-old and a price tag of merely 29 million, this can be a bargain for Liverpool. And lining him up with Thiago and Anderson, you have a very strong midfield that can propel Liverpool back to being the title challengers that they were deemed to be last season. So that is a very good move in my opinion. Now my question is this. They got Fabinho, who is a likely starter for a Jurgen Klopp team. And we got Henderson. So what happens with Thiago? How does Lorenzo Pellegrini move in? Will he have an attacking role or will he have a midfield defensive role?
So Henderson is not going anywhere, obviously being the club captain. So that's where the difficulties are. And I want to see Thiago as the starter because he's such a talented player. He's such
Absolutely.
a talented player, amazing on his day, and he's still great on his day offs, right? So that's where I'm struggling to understand why Pellegrini is being linked. Do they want a deep enough squad and they don't want to see the problems they were facing in defense this season? And they don't want to be they don't want the same thing to be happening next season in their midfield. So it's a really tough ask for me. I would actually rather see him stay in Italy because one obvious and clear reason for that is Italian players tend not to do great outside of Italy. So I actually would prefer him to stay at Roma, make Roma competitive under Mourinho, and then leave the rumors of both Barcelona and Liverpool at bay, stick with his club that he's the captain of, and see what he can do and achieve at the old city.